So 12.5.6 has just been released to early testers, and it includes end-to-end highway for the cars not Cybertruck. So that would be very exciting. So I am on the average profile with minimal lane change off. And we'll see how FSD handles this short trip. So we're still seeing comments from other testers that FSD is still slow and not maintaining the proper speed set when using auto set speed, which I don't have set. So we just saw right there FSD stopped for the yellow. That's a tough call. I think manually people would have gone through it, but we were slow enough where, yeah, it's appropriate to stop. So this is actually less pedestrians than I wanted, so maybe I'm able to turn left up there, so I'll manually disengage and turn left and have it reroute. Okay, so starting off, so good speed, and like I said, I'll manually disengage here just to go to a more busy route, see what happens. Whoops, that's definitely my bad. No fault of FSD there. My poor driving skills manually. Hopefully this is a proof that FSD is safer and a better driver than humans, including myself. Okay, so we have a right turn up here that is a no turn on red, and it's trying to squeeze through. Don't squeeze through, don't squeeze through. No, so okay, so I disengage because we may have enough room to squeeze through, but it's no turn on red, and the car is in half of our lane, so there's really no point in squeezing through and waiting there side by side. I know others who thrive for zero disengagement drives will probably let FSD do what it wanted to do, but I don't want people around me to be uncomfortable. So reactivate here. So we're heading into a tunnel here. I don't think we're going to see any issues. So can't wait to get 12.5.6, which has the end-to-end highway. I think that will be a major improvement with the different profiles where we're able to set the max speed. Where previously, when you have auto max speed or auto set speed, FSD will determine what is the appropriate speed to maintain the flow of traffic. Now you're able to set the maximum speed so that it won't go over. I don't use auto set speed because oftentimes it goes 12 over the speed limit, which is not something I want to do. So we're in the tunnel right now. Seems to be performing completely fine. Hovering my foot over the pedals just in case I need to. Okay, so it's making a left lane change here while it needs to make a right turn. So that is, yeah, now it's corrected itself and signals right. We have the green right arrow, so it should take this turn. Now we've got a yellow and it's hesitating. So it did what it needed to do, albeit a little bit slower. And the left signal before the right turn was confusing. I think I saw a couple of other YouTubers had the issue of erratic signals. And I'm seeing it here, and I don't think in 12.5.4. I think that existed, but not as prevalent. So we have a left turn here and there's pedestrians waiting to cross. And we'll, yeah, that should be easy, piece of cake. And then we have a left turn again to reach just a random destination here. And then I'll put in the next route. So far, nothing overly dramatic. Just a couple of nitpicks of it being a little bit slow and squeezing into a tight space in preparation for the right turn. So left turn here, yellow light. Okay, good. So San Francisco Union Square, the major shopping area of San Francisco. It's a Tuesday, I believe it's a Tuesday. I know for sure it's October 9th because tomorrow is October 10th. And I'll explain October 10th after this. So it's making a left turn, but there's an island there and it's way wide. So it's correcting itself. It's on a bus lane only now. And it's correcting itself and moving over to the proper lane. So autopilot complete. And I'll see what it's trying to do. It's trying to park, I think. But I want it to continue to the next destination. Okay, so I'll see what it does. So we've reached our random destination here. Blinkers are still on, making a left, signaling left. Not sure what's going to do. So going back to October 10/10/10, that's actually the Tesla Robotaxi event that's happening in Los Angeles, in Burbank, in the Warner Brothers studio. So it's going to be the unveiling of the Robotaxi. We don't know exactly what they'll unveil. Supposedly Elon tweeted a product launch, so I'm gonna push the accelerator here. Okay. So now it's signaling, how do I go to the next trip, next location? Okay, there's a Waymo behind me. We can see from there. End trip. Okay, I'm going to take over because I don't know how to proceed to the next stop. So that's on me. So I've put in the next random destination and we'll see how it does. No turn on red here. It needs to make a right turn. So I still notice that FSD on right turns still doesn't pull closer to the curb. And I don't know if it's because I initiated the FSD relatively late in this case, but I've seen it happen in previous drives. So we have a right turn here, no turn on red. There's going to be people crossing. So let's see how it handles that. And we have oncoming traffic who needs to make a left turn. Okay, so we should be clear to go. So it's okay, it's hesitating, and the person on the oncoming traffic, 2 cars in oncoming traffic overtook the turn. That's fine. The right lane is as you can see, is a bus only lane, so the lane that I was able to turn into was furthest, and they had, I don't know if they had the right of way or not, but whatever the case, that handled fine. Left turn here. Yeah, so back to the Robotaxi event. So Elon tweeted about a product launch. That'd be interesting. Don't know if he's referring to the actual Robotaxi product being a car or an app that is supposedly going to mimic what rideshare's app does. So we'll see. So for those who are not invited to the event, not many people are. Most of the known influencers are. You can watch the event on X live. So buses needing to make into this, needing to come into this lane, manually drivers would probably let the bus go. FSD did so, but relatively late. 2 lanes were needing to cross Market Street. Okay, so actually 3 lanes are sort of veering left but straight. Okay, so FSD has gone into the wrong lane. You can see it's well wide. Now it's trying to correct itself. Now we're in the bus lane. There's actually a shuttle next to me on the proper lane, which I was in. Okay. So we saw that FSD went wide, making that left. And then now it's going into the, okay, so I disengaged because it's again going into the bus lane. Oh, actually, we need to make a right turn, so I guess that's the proper thing to do. So that's not a disengagement. So that's the proper thing to do, but I don't know if we're allowed to go into this section here. So that wasn't a disengagement. That was my bad. But the wide turn into the bus lane was in fact an error on FSD. Okay. All right. On our way. Yeah, so Robotaxi event again, live on X. So max speed here, for some reason, is showing 22. I don't believe, or showing, I mean, the speed limit is 20. I don't know if that's really true, but I'll bump it up to 25, 26, or 25. So people are speculating on X that there is going to be a product launch, meaning another car other than the Robotaxi, right? So either a Model 2 or a Model, or a different variant of Model Y, possibly the refresh Model Y, the cyber van. Everything is up for grabs. There's a pedestrian standing in the middle of the road up ahead. Okay, now she's out of the road. So we weren't there in time. So welcome to San Francisco. We have some issues with homelessness, as you can see, and particularly in this area. So a couple of areas in San Francisco that we have this issue. Won't go into the politics of why. That's an ongoing issue that San Francisco is facing. People talk about it on both sides of the issue, so we'll leave it at that. So the lane to my right is actually a bus-only lane. It's marked bus-only in some areas and it's not in other areas, so it's really confusing. So best is just to stay on the left lane. So Waymo passing us by. Okay, the speed limit still shows 20 here, but I haven't seen a speed limit sign. So I don't know if that is in fact actually 20, and if it's actually map data showing it's 20. So excuse us for the bumpy road. It's trying to pass by going into the bus lane, which is a no-no. Hopefully there's no police here. We can't make a right turn, so I need to disengage and get back out of the bus lane. And it's signaling again, so I've unsignaled it because the route map is we're going straight. Another Waymo. Yeah, so I'm not sure how Tesla and FSD is programmed to handle these bus lanes, or whether it even knows that there's a bus lane there. So I let it do its thing, and you can see it just moved into the bus lane and proceeded on the bus lane. So I had to disengage there. Green light. So outside of the errors, I think 12.5.4.1 is performing very similar to 12.5.4. So I don't see any major improvements. And I suppose you can't really expect any improvements from a .1 release, and especially the third digit dot releases. And I'm not including the 12 version, so 5.4.1. So up ahead we need to go straight, and there's several lanes. I believe the lane that we're currently in is a left turn only lane, so we need to move one lane over. Oh no, this lane can proceed straight, so let's see. So this is fine. So we need to go straight. It's making a lane change, and it's still going 22, so let me bump it up a little bit. So speed limit has now registered for 25. Okay, so I've had this issue in previous drives where the navigation map is going straight, right? Navigation route is going straight. You'll see it's supposed to go straight under the underpass right here, but it's on the left turn only lane, and it's signaling to turn left. So I'll let it do. I'll see what it does. I won't intervene. So looking here, so let's look here. So this is the underpass up above right here. We're supposed to make a left after the light. There's a small street after the light to make a left, but it's in the left turn lane now, and it's not signaling left. I suspect that it's going to go straight in this lane, and this is again a left turn only lane, and you can see the car in front of me just did that. So it's thinking it wanted to go and it didn't go, so we're in the left turn only lane. It's got a left, okay, the left arrow now is green, and it made the left turn, okay, without signaling. It's not following the route, and now it's going to reroute, and we're on a right only lane in the middle of two lanes. Wipers are going off, so I'm going to be a jerk and stay in the middle of two lanes just for this experiment. Okay, so we've sort of gone into the, oh boy, right. So yeah, so we're on the freeway, yeah, and we still have the left signal on, so we're heading on the freeway. It's confused now. So we're so looking at the this is going to be interesting. So it's going to going to cross the bridge, it looks like, and our destination was there. So it's got a mind of its own. What is it doing? Yeah. Okay. Right, sure, I'll pay attention. I'm just looking at the route that you decide to take. So I'm not going to intervene because I've got a couple of comments from people saying, hey, you're intervening too much, just let it do what it wants to do. But you can see this is going way, way out of the way. Way out of the way. So let's see how it does. Okay, so ID.Buzz. Whoa, interesting. Okay, so it needs to get into the right lane so that we can take the exit. So I'm not going to do anything. It's going 17. No, come on. Yeah, so the person let me in. So I push the pedal. So now it's zooming down this exit ramp. Still on FSD. Okay, so I didn't disengage, but I did nudge the acceleration. We're kind of lazily going into the other lane. Okay. Saw an ID.Buzz on the freeway. I'll see if I can edit the video and zoom into that. Okay, now it's going to get back on the freeway. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay, so we were in the wrong lane. Made a sharp right into the wrong lane, into the lane that is able to go on the freeway. So this is turning out to be an adventure. All because I want to not intervene. Because again, gotten comments from people about me intervening unnecessarily, which we can see now that is not the case. So it's signaling left. This is okay. So hate to be a downer. I haven't had any drives that didn't require intervention, and this is proof. Again, we saw several mistakes that it made, and I let it make those mistakes in the name of this experiment, the FSD experiment. One of my complaints, and it's still happening, is that it takes these exits, it approaches traffic that is stopped too quickly. I mean, it needs to look ahead and say traffic is stopped, and stop proceeding at maximum speed until it needs to slam on the brakes. So we are now parallel to that underpass that we were supposed to pass and turn a left turn. So we were literally over there, needing to go straight that way and make the immediate left. And we ended up doing all of this. Well, the good things that we saw an ID.Buzz, that was interesting. I don't believe it's out in the US yet. But obviously it's very close. So we have a guy stumbling left and right in front of us. Yeah, he's looking up the freeway off-ramp. Not sure why. Anyways, I was just gonna stumble back that way. Welcome to San Francisco again. Always exciting days in San Francisco. Okay, we have green arrow. So we have traffic also coming to our left, and it needs to make a left turn, left lane change. So it's doing that. It needs to make a left turn here. So we're clear to go into the next lane. Go, go, go. We're clear. We're clear. Okay, so it's going to attempt to make a left turn here. Okay, now it makes the lane change way too late when we had plenty of time with no cars. Okay, so it needs to make a left turn here, which is fine. Got a left arrow, so we got a protected left here, so hopefully... Okay, now it's yellow. Okay, look, it wanted to stop, and it stopped a little bit and it went. But we can see the car behind us went as well. So the car behind us definitely went on a red. Okay, so we took a big old roundabout, big old loop to reach our destination because it incorrectly... So we were first here. It needed to pass the underpass and make a left turn there. And we did all of that, getting on the freeway. And then now coming back here. One positive thing is it eventually got us to our destination. Eventually, I suppose. That's a good thing. Okay, so here's our destination. I'll disengage and stop here. So that was an exciting trip. FSD made several minor inconveniences, I would call them. Several traffic infractions by going into the bus lanes and not following the route correctly and making a big loop back to the final destination, which it did make. So this is FSD 12.5.4.1 on hardware 3 Tesla Model Y. Thanks for watching.